This episode of Postcards from DCT is generously sponsored by Ed Robinson Homes.
Hi, and welcome back to Postcards from DCT. In today's episode, well, I'm not sure what to say about today's episode of Close to the Curtain. Let's just say that we're somewhat concerned for Claire's state of mind. Maybe you should just watch and hope for the best. In Ellie's dramatic moments, it's all about blocks, and not the Lego kind either. Enjoy.
Why are you so late?
I stopped for a turtle.
You and your chocolates.
No, a real turtle.
You waited for a turtle to cross the road?
No, I stopped and picked it up.
Well, that shouldn't have taken long.
Yeah, well, it was a snapping turtle, and that's harder than you think, you know.
So, it's safely across the road now?
No, I put it in the trunk of my car. Fresh snapping turtle makes great soup.
Oh. It's really hot out today. You know that turtle's gonna suffocate in there, right?
I did not. Excuse me for a minute. Oh. Oh. Geez, I'm tired.
We're here at Grimm Studios, cleverly disguised as Skydive Ontario, complete with planes and parachutes. What's with the subterfuge, you might ask? Well, apparently if they didn't disguise the place, the studios will be full of nosy parkers. I'm not sure why, but I've been asked to keep this a secret. Doesn't look like much from here, but let's look a little further and see what we've got going on. Oh, there's more over there. Let's have a look. Doesn't really look like much to me. I don't know how you feel about it. Huh. Well, we're here today to find out what, if anything at all, is behind these continued rumors of unrest with the on-screen talent at Grimm Brothers Studio. Oh, here's the office door. Very curious. Let's go inside and take a peek.
Whoa.
We're speaking with Fairytale Union Rep. Martin Foxworthy. Hi, Martin. Thank you for agreeing to speak with us today. I understand that there have been threats of walkouts on every Fairytale set all through the Grimm Brothers Studios. Can you tell us what's happening?
The studio has decided to clamp down on character misappropriation, and no one is happy about that. This is a recent development due to a lawsuit filed on behalf of a disgruntled pig.
Whoa. That's kind of harsh language, don't you think? I mean, surely as a union rep, you must agree that anyone who feels they've been mistreated would have the right to seek legal recourse. I mean, name calling, I don't believe that's a responsible way to deal with any accusation or defense of a union member.
I don't think you understand. The actor in question is an actual pig. We are all what we represent in our portrayals in fairy tales.
think that there could be possibly too many roles for a union rep, so what character do you play?
I'm not what you think. Please, keep this a secret. I'm a fox, and I usually play the fox in Henny Penny. But we needed a union rep, and so I disguised myself as a human in order to get some respect from the corporation. Oh, and also to keep my job.
Well, I am terribly sorry for my ignorance. Of course I'll keep your secret. I wish you the best of luck with this. Now, would it be all right if I spoke to some of the other actors on set?
Please, be my guest. I'm sure it will help us out. But remember, keep my secret.
We're here with Jack Wolf, who's playing the big bad wolf in the current filming of The Three Little Pigs. Jack is unhappy with a fellow cast member and is wondering about his involvement with the newly imposed rules. Tell us, Jack, how does this make you feel?
You know, that third little pig ain't even little. He's huge. He's a huge pain in my ass. He's a no-talent, two-bit ham who's getting too big for his own t-shirt. He's so full of himself ever since he got a call back for Animal Farm.
Really?
He's impossible to work with. His last rehearsal, performance stunk so high, worse than his porky butt. I can't believe any self-respecting casting agent would even give him a second look, let alone a second audition. You know, I auditioned for Dances with Wolves. And would have gotten the role, too, if my parents would have sprung for the dance lessons. It's not my fault they didn't have the bacon to back me up. Not that they would. My whole family is vegan.
We're talking with an actor who's frequently cast in the same roles as Jack Wolf, but he wishes to remain anonymous. Can you tell us what's happening behind the scenes?
You know, this is a field with a lot of competition and very few opportunities. Some moron thought he should stack the deck in a favor and get all the plum roles. But I think the only stack he's going to see is the inside of a BLT. Well, if you know what I mean. In the fairy tale business, you either have to be really nice to casting agents or sink your teeth into beating the competition. I know the wolf in the loose remake of The Three Little Pigs, and he's making everybody uncomfortable with his passive-aggressive accusations about that huge pig from Romania. Nobody knows which pig squealed, started this whole thing. Jack's totally jealous of that pig because he actually got to marry a princess in his last movie. It's never going to happen for a wolf, and he has to accept that.
Sure. We're here speaking with Joan Taylor Harmon. Joan is currently filming the 28th remake of Hansel and Gretel. Joan is not happy with her union stance on multiple role playing. Joan, I don't know how upset you are, but you seem to be fading in and out in places. Is that possible?
Well, yeah, that happens sometimes when I'm really worked up. It's why I had to quit playing poker.
Oh, no doubt. Well, would you like to cancel this interview or maybe do it later?
No, I'm okay. I'll just ignore the fading thing. What I want to tell you is that they asked me to play the witch in Snow White and evil stepmother in Cinderella. Oh, I was so excited. It's a real compliment to be asked to stretch like this as an actor. But 2 days after the offers, management sent me a notice saying I can't do both.
What?
Because I am both.
What?
I'm so disappointed to be typecast like this. Have you ever heard anything so ridiculously limiting?
No.
Oh, I went straight to the FU. But they say they can't help me. I'm tempted to put a curse on my union rep. Or I could marry his father and treat his sister badly. Well, I can't quite make up my mind on what to do yet, but something's going to happen because I am peeved. Just
Well, I can see through I can see through Joan Harmon, literally. Wow, she must be upset. This is Joan Taylor Harmon's good friend Prunella, who has the same concerns. Prunella, tell us what's going on with you.
Well, I have to back Joan up on this issue. I mean, yes, I'm a fairy godmother, but I'm a good fairy, and I'm good at both. I don't want to be stuck in just one possible role. I mean, I loved playing the fairy godmother in Cinderella, but according to these new rules, that's all I will ever be able to bibbidi-bobbidi do. I actually dreamed as a girl that someday I could combine my magic with my acting abilities and play an evil witch. I guess that'll never happen now. I was thinking of taking my chances with Hans Andersen Studios, but I hear Hans is no Christian. Besides, FU rules there too. I might as well move back to Kansas and see if I can break into opera or something.
We have just enough time to speak with the two princesses on set, Wanda A and Wanda B. They obviously have a lot more opportunities for variety in their roles.
I don't know what you're talking about. My opportunities for variety are non-existent. Wanda B gets all the good roles, and it's not because she's so talented. All I ever get to play is Rapunzel. And honestly, I just want a haircut and an opportunity at management.
Yeah.
Wanda A. What an appropriate name. She's always bragging about graduating summa cum laude in comparative cosmetology. I mean, just because you graduated from Queens doesn't make you a princess. And I mean, looking at her, she should have studied applied cosmetology.
Claire. Claire.
Well, that was weird.
Are you ready now or what?
Well, what can I say? That was special, wasn't it? Now prepare to be educated with... Blocking is a theater term that refers to the planned movement of actors on the stage. Sometimes, directors begin the rehearsal process by going through the script with the cast, dictating the entrances, exits, and the broad overall spatial relationships between the actors before anyone steps on the boards. Sometimes, directors work collaboratively with the actors in actual rehearsals to determine the blocking. Whatever their directing style, their choices are based on their vision of the play, using physical distance, proximity, or levels to make clear the relationships or status of the characters, and using power positions to emphasize or mask actions or elements of the storyline. For those of us who don't have the luxury of working in a theater with a lot of space in the wings or an easily accessed and roomy backstage area, sometimes the director has to establish entrances or exits based on practicalities, like, will 3 actors fit in the wings stage right if it's a space smaller than the bathroom of an airplane? As a big woman, I can tell you that it is almost impossible for me to cross backstage over and under the set's supporting structure to enter from the opposite side at DCT's current home. And to do it silently and then emerge without heavy breathing? A problem the director will have to solve by reblocking the scenes or replacing me with a skinny bendy Wendy. Did you know that the term blocking comes from the actual use of blocks? In the 19th century, Gilbert and Sullivan's operettas were taking the theater crowds by storm. With a large cast of principals and chorus members, Gilbert used small blocks of wood on the models of his set to establish where everyone would be in the production.
This has been Ellie B. of the DCT, bringing you another dramatic moment.
So, did you ever do something in front of a green screen for the very first time and you spend a lot of time lighting the subject just the way you want, it looks perfect, and then you realize later that there's shadows on the green screen because the subject was too close and you didn't separately light the green screen, and then in post you're trying to remove the chroma key and you can't get it wide enough to get the green screen out without removing most of the subject as well? Yeah. Oops.
Shut up, Charles!